Now we take our next topic, liquefaction of gases, and we take critical constants. The graph drawn are called Andrews isotherms. The graph drawn here are called Andrews isotherms. इसका मीनिंग क्या होता है? सेम टेम्परेचर ग्राफ आर कॉल्ड isotherm. If it is same pressure graph is called as isobar, and same volume graph are called as isochord. Anyway, let us see this point. Liquefaction of gases. How the gas can be liquefied? Suppose the gas given to us. We want to convert the gas to liquid state. How the gas can be changed to liquid phase? See, we know that as compared to a liquid, a gas will have very large volume. When we want to convert the gas to liquid phase, what is our target? The volume should decrease. गैस का वॉल्यूम कम करना है. अगर गैस को लिक्विफाई करना है तो गैस का वॉल्यूम कम करना पड़ेगा. और गैस का वॉल्यूम कम कैसे होता है? अप्लाइंग हाई प्रेशर और लोअरिंग ऑफ टेम्परेचर. दो कंडीशंस हैं, अप्लाइंग हाई प्रेशर और डिक्रीजिंग टेम्परेचर आर टू कॉमन कंडीशंस. तो गैस कैन बी लिक्विफाइड अप्लाइंग high pressure and low temperature. In these two conditions, the gas can be liquefied on applying high pressure and low temperature. Because both the conditions from Boyle's law, pressure high, volume decrease. Charles law, low temperature, volume decrease. So when the gas volume can be decreased, let us take a gas. We take one gas taken here, any hypothetical gas. It is liquefied. And we take temperature of minus 20 degrees Celsius on applying pressure of, let's say, 2 atmosphere. We assume some gas can be liquefied on applying pressure 2 atmosphere when we take temperature minus 20 degrees Celsius. Now if we take high temperature, let us say now minus 10 degrees Celsius, we can take pressure can be applied 5 atmosphere. We take pressure further high temperature, let us say plus 10 degrees Celsius, it may require pressure 50 atmosphere. If you take pressure further higher temperature, so requirement of pressure keep on increasing. Requirement of pressure keep on increasing if we want to liquefy the gas in the condition of high temperature. From Boyle's law or the other gas law, this point can be seen comfortably. When we take high and high temperature, required pressure keep on increasing for the gases liquefaction. Now suppose for a gas which can have critical temperature, let us say plus 20.1 degrees Celsius, and in this condition of temperature, the requirement of pressure required can be called as, let us say in this case, 102 atmosphere, something whatever value given, and this suppose T is called critical temperature. Now suppose we take temperature more than this value, suppose 21 degrees Celsius, we can take pressure infinite. The gas cannot be liquefied. The gas can't be liquefied. For each gas we have one critical temperature. This Tc is called here as critical temperature of the gas. Critical temperature. So we can see here that for each gas they have one fixed value of temperature above which the gas cannot be liquefied. That temperature is called as gaseous critical temperature. And in such condition, how much pressure is required to liquefy the gas is called critical pressure. And in such conditions, how much volume is occupied by 1 mole of gas is called critical volume. So that we can take here critical constants for the gases. This graph I have drawn for CO2 gas. This graph have been drawn for CO2 gas. For CO2 gas, if you draw here the graph, you can write information here. For CO2 gas, it have critical temperature 31.1 degrees Celsius, critical pressure 73.9 atmosphere, and critical volume 94 cubic centimeter. Now let us see the graph, then we can explain this point to you. This graph have been drawn for CO2 gas. Now starting point is this one. From here the graph is starting. We can see in the graph, with rising pressure, volume decreases. For the gas, with rising pressure, volume decreases. And it is zone of liquefaction. It is zone of liquefaction. In this zone of liquefaction, there is simply phase transformation. Gas start condensing to liquid state. When there is phase transformation without applying high pressure, the volume of the gas decrease by large extent. And once the gas is liquefied, it is liquid. Black line have drawn for liquids. Black lines for liquids. So once the gas is liquefied, applying very high pressure even, change in volume is negligible. Liquids are very less compressible. Volume change is negligible for once they are liquefied. If I take the gas at slightly high temperature, यहाँ पे था -21 or plus 11.1 degree Celsius, required pressure will be higher for the gas to get liquefied. And then again similar graph. So when it see rising temperature, the required pressure for the gases liquefaction keep on increasing. And now once we have critical temperature, it will just touch one tip of the zone of liquefaction. So this can be taken, required temperature is 31.1 degree Celsius. This volume taken here at this point will be called critical volume. And in this condition, the required pressure is called as critical pressure. For CO2 or for any gas, at the zone of liquefaction where the graph is meeting just one tip, one point, at that point pressure required is called critical pressure. Volume occupied by 1 mole of gas in such conditions is called critical volume. After this temperature, you draw any graph, the gas cannot be liquefied. The gas cannot be liquefied. The gas will remain gas. So now you can take definition part of this terms: critical temperature, critical pressure, and critical volume. So first we take definition of critical temperature. Critical temperature. TC. How we define this term critical temperature? Write down definition. It is the highest temperature above which a gas cannot be liquefied. Cannot be liquefied howsoever high pressure is applied on it. It is highest temperature. After this temperature, the gas cannot be liquefied. The gas will remain always gas. So sometimes they ask question: a gas can be liquefied in what condition of temperature? Should be at or below critical temperature. When we have temperature more than critical temperature, the gas cannot be liquefied. Again, for each gas, like we have taken CO2 gas have this critical temperature. For each gas, there are one critical values of critical temperature, and that depend on the nature of gas. Relation is what for TC? It is 8A upon 27 RB. TC for the gas can be taken 8A upon 27 RB. I hope it is clear. So we can take for different gas, A and B are the van der Waals constant. Again, when A is higher, then for the gas they will have high critical temperature. So when TC higher also indicate more attraction among gas molecules. TC higher indicate more attraction in the gas molecules. Now second term taken critical pressure. Second we take definition of critical pressure. PC. What is critical pressure? It is the pressure required to be applied to liquefy a gas at critical temperature. It's the pressure that should be applied to liquefy the gas at critical temperature. This expression taken here, it is TC. At this condition, we require to apply how much pressure is called as PC, and this PC is taken again depending on the nature of gas, A upon 27 B square. It is A upon 27 B square. And then third taken is term critical volume. Critical volume. VC. What is critical volume? Pattern definition. It is the volume occupied by 1 mole of gas. One mole of gas at critical pressure and critical temperature. At critical pressure and critical temperature. So in such condition, volume can be taken VC. It depends on the nature of gas again. It is 3 times small b. VC is 3 times small b. Critical volume is 3 times the van der Waals constant for the volume correction, VC. So it is a critical constant taken here. And this explanation of the gases liquefaction, and I hope it is clear. Now if they ask question, can find the value of Z. Can you find the value of Z for 1 mole of gas at critical conditions? कितना आना चाहिए? So we can take in this case replacement. Z can be taken PC VC upon TC RTC, and solving here this answer will be coming 3/8, indicating that Z is less than 1 or attraction will dominate in such conditions among the gas molecules. Okay, so it is this topic taken here. You don't get numericals in this part, but you get question theoretical, डायरेक्टली डेफिनेशन टर्म्स और उसका मीनिंग या उसका रीजनिंग बेस्ड क्वेश्चन आता है यहाँ से. ठीक है, तो ये हमारे इस चैप्टर का थ्योरी कंप्लीट होता है. लिविंग लिक्विड्स एंड लिक्विड्स ओनली. तो लिक्विड का मैं थोड़ा सा और पार्ट आपको बताऊंगा और कुछ टर्म्स आपके और भी हैं. देन वी टेक क्वेश्चन प्रैक्टिस इन द गिवन चैप्टर. नाउ लेट अस टेक सम मेथड्स ऑफ मेजरिंग प्रेशर. वी कैन टेक प्रेशर मेजरमेंट. फर्स्ट वी कैन टेक मेजरमेंट ऑफ एटमॉस्फेरिक प्रेशर. Then you can take measurement of gas pressure. We are taking measurement of atmospheric pressure using barometer. So let us see this working of this barometer. How to use the this barometer for measuring the atmospheric pressure. Now it is made. You can note down this complete diagram. You can note as to draw. It is made by filling mercury in a tube which is longer than 76 centimeter, because we take pressure of atmosphere is taken 76 centimeter, which is coming, so and closed at one end and inverting it in an open vessel containing mercury. It is open vessel which have mercury in that the tube is inverted. So what happens? The mercury level in the tube adjusts itself and stands approximately 76 centimeter above the mercury level in the open vessel. It is because the pressure of atmosphere is there which is pushing this mercury down, then the level of mercury rising up. So pressure or this level of mercury in the tube will adjust itself as per the pressure of atmosphere. So the weight of mercury column held in the tube give a measure of atmospheric pressure. Height of mercury column decrease if the pressure of atmosphere will decrease, and the height of mercury column increase if the pressure of atmosphere increase. This can give the measurement of pressure of 1 atmosphere by this barometer. Let us see how to get the value of pressure. Now mathematically you can see here this pressure can be given as a downward force of the mercury column divided by area of cross section of mercury column. What is simple definition of pressure? Force per unit area. The force can be taken as downward force of the mercury column dividing by area of cross section of the mercury column. Now, what is the downward force taken here? Due to gravity, m into g by area of cross section of mercury column we discussed in the diagram. Now, what is the mass of this mercury column? It can be taken volume of the mercury column into density. What is mass? Volume into density. So, volume of the mercury column into density. What is volume? It is area of the cross section into height. We'll give the volume of the mercury column into density. So we can replace this term mass is equal to AHD in the expression. G आपका already है, A and A cancel out. That is HDG. That the relation, one more relation of pressure calculation. So in this case, what is H? H is taken the height of the mercury column. That give the value of the atmospheric pressure. H is the height of the mercury column, which give the value of the atmospheric pressure, and it is found to be 76 centimeter, or I can write 0.76 meter at 273.15 Kelvin temperature at sea level. The value, we know the pressure of atmosphere is not fixed everywhere. It changes when we take mountain region. When we go, pressure is lower. So it depend on the, we can take the level at which the pressure is measured. So height of the column given 76 centimeter. It is also called as atmospheric pressure. The value of 1 atmosphere is taken this much. कैसे आता है? I can explain here. So it is taken 76 centimeter or 0.76 meter at 273.15 Kelvin temperature at sea level, and then D is taken density of the mercury column. It is 13.596 gram per cc, and G is taken already the non-trivial value of the acceleration due to gravity 9.8 meter per second square. Now putting these values in the given expression, this value how much coming? 0.76 meter or 0.98 meter. It is H. D आपका G मैंने रख दिया पहले. G का वैल्यू कितना है और D का वैल्यू कितना है? डेंसिटी ऑफ मर्क्यूरी कॉलम. We will take all data in SI units. यहाँ पे दिया था सेंटीमीटर में, मैग्नेटिक मीटर. ये आपको ऑलरेडी दिया है SI यूनिट में. We convert density to kg per cubic meter, and then on calculation this value will come pressure of atmosphere 101.325 pascals or Newton per meter square. Dividing by 1000, we get the value 101.325 kilopascals. K pascal means kilopascals, and this is what we can take 1 atmosphere. If 1 bar taken, that is slightly less. 1 bar is taken for information wise is 10 to the power 5 pascals radiation wise. Okay, so that is the measurement of atmospheric pressure using barometer. Now next we take measurement of gas pressure. We can measure using manometer, and that too we can do 2 kind of manometer, open end or closed end. Let us see that also. Now coming on the other measurement of the gas pressure. See, the pressure other than the atmospheric pressure is measured by a device which is called as manometer. See, we have taken barometer for measuring the pressure of atmosphere, and we are using manometer for measuring the pressure of the gases. Now we can have 2 kind of manometers. One is called open end manometer, second is closed end manometer. Now in the open end manometer, it is having U-shaped arrangement here. It have one limb shorter, one limb is longer. The shorter limb is connected to the gas, and the longer limb is subjected to the pressure of atmosphere. You can note down this complete information. It consists of U tube partially filled with mercury. One limb is shorter than the other. The shorter limb is connected to a vessel containing the gas, whereas longer limb is open. Mercury in the longer limb or longer tube is subjected to atmospheric pressure, while mercury in the shorter tube or limb is subjected to the pressure of the gas. Get a shorter tube here, what? Okay, mercury in the longer tube is subjected to the atmospheric pressure, while mercury in the shorter tube is subjected to the pressure of the gas. Now we can have three possibilities that level difference can be there in the two limbs or cannot be, difference will not be there. So that give the measurement of the pressure of gas. How it is measured, let us see diagrammatically, and then calculation of pressure. We can have three possibilities. क्या क्या होंगे? Let us see. Now let us see how using open end manometer we can measure the pressure of the gas. Already I just explained some information about this. We are having open tube manometer, this one here. We have two limbs, one shorter limb connected to the gas, longer limb is subjected to pressure of atmosphere. Now when it is connected here, then in this vessel we are having the gas. Now we can have three possibilities. Either the pressure of the gas is same as pressure of atmosphere, then the level is same in two limbs, and if level is difference. Now if the pressure of gas is higher, it will push the gas more. So in this case pressure of the gas is more as compared to pressure of the atmosphere. How much higher? We add this height of the column. And if the pressure of the gas is lower as compared to pressure of atmosphere, it pushes more this mercury, so level decrease here, and it have less pressure of the gas, so it pushes the mercury less. So this height difference is the pressure difference will be taken here for measuring the pressure of the gas. So we can have three possibilities. Pressure of the gas is same as pressure of atmosphere if the level of mercury in two limbs is same, then the pressure of the gas is same as pressure of atmosphere. If the level, now second case, if the level of mercury in the longer limb is higher, that means pressure of the gas is higher. कितना higher होगा? We have to add some pressure. So it is in such case pressure of the gas is equal to atmospheric pressure plus difference between two levels, difference between the mercury levels in two limbs. That is how much taken difference is taken, pH, height in terms of pressure, or pressure in terms of this mercury column height difference. And third case, if the level of mercury in shorter limb is higher than the longer limb, then what happens? That means pressure of the gas is lower, then pressure of atmosphere, how much lower? Will be difference. So in this case pressure of the gas will be equal to pressure of atmosphere minus difference between the two levels of mercury in two limbs. Okay, so that is open tube manometer using which pressure of the gas can be measured. Okay, now let us take next case, measuring the pressure using closed tube manometer. उसको देखते हैं. Now coming on next one, it is called closed end manometer. Now it is a diagram taken here. It also have two limbs, one limb shorter than the other limb. Other limb is longer limb is here completely evacuated over the mercury. You can आप इसको नोट कर लीजिए diagram बना के. First make diagram, then note the points. You can understand very simple. You can understand very simply, means easily. तो इसमें क्या लिखा है? It also consists of an U tube with one limb shorter than the other and partially filled with mercury. It is filled with mercury partially. The space above mercury in the longer limb is completely evacuated, vacant, vacuum. The shorter limb is connected to the vessel containing the gas. What happens then? The gas will push the mercury. The gas will exert pressure on the mercury in the shorter limb and forces its level to decrease. So in this case, there is no question of pressure of atmosphere like the previous case. Whatever is the level difference, it is only because of the pressure of the gas in the vessel. So in this case, pressure of the gas is simply difference in mercury level in two limbs. That is same as the height of this height difference will be taken pressure of the gas. Now remember, this closed end manometer is suitable to measure the pressure which is normally lower than the pressure of atmosphere, whereas open end manometer is used commonly for measuring pressure which are higher than or equal to atmospheric pressure. That's the application of these two kind of manometers. So I hope it is clear. Small topics there which we can use for calculation of pressure measurements. Let us take 1-2 questions on this concept and then we take next topic. Right, next question now. लिखिए. A manometer is connected to a gas containing bulb. the open arm reads 40 centimeter, whereas the arm connected to the bulb reads 15 centimeter. If the barometric pressure is 74 centimeter of mercury, then find the pressure of the gas in bar. If the barometric pressure is 74 centimeter of mercury, then find the pressure of the gas in bar. आपको निकालना है ये वाला. Okay? So read the question carefully. Try this question yourself. Now coming on solution part. Easy question है. In solving this question देखिए, इसमें हमारे पास क्या दिया है? This can be taken diagrammatically. Try to see this question here. It can be taken reading, if it is from the bottom, this reading can be taken here 15 centimeter. Shorter arm reading and longer arm reading can be taken how much? 40 centimeter. That is meaning here it is gas containing bulb. So what happened? What is the difference in the two levels? So you can take in this case difference of difference of levels, two levels of mercury in two columns. How much? 40 minus 15 centimeters. That's how much? 25 centimeter. Open arm reads 40 centimeter and arm connected to gas reads 15 centimeter. Are you getting this point? That means इसका meaning क्या हुआ? This means the pressure of the gas is higher as compared to pressure of atmosphere. So what can be taken? Pressure of the gas. It is barometric pressure plus difference of mercury levels into limbs. That is how much? 74 plus 25. That is how much? 99 centimeter. How to make through atmosphere? So this can be taken pressure of the gas in atmosphere 99 by 76 atmosphere, or how to make it bar? 99 into 1.01 325 divided by 76. We know information wise that 1 atmosphere is equal to 1.01 325 bar. So on solving this value is coming 1.319 bar as your answer. I hope it is clear, this question answer. So that is how this kind of question can be solved if it all given to you. Normally you don't get much questions on this topic, but it is just one topic, so I given the question to you. Now next we can take some properties are there of liquids. Like one property was there, vapor pressure, already explained to you. Boiling point is known to you. From same we can explain. Now two more properties are there of liquids. One is called surface tension and one is called viscosity. In the chapter states of matter, and then this chapter will be over, and then we'll take some question practice. So let us take now our next topic, surface tension.